Request of 42 person web on you. I never want try lose you, try them up on me. Well,
what's happening in LA right now is not normal. It's not normal. I don't care. I lived in California my whole life, and this shit is not normal, especially in the winter. How is it that every year we have a devastating fire and we still don't know how to fix the shit? And this affects all Californians, not just in Southern California. $18 million was cut from the LA Fire Department. $18 million that would diminish the ability to prepare for and respond to large-scale emergencies. That's not strange to nobody. And when the mayor was asked, did this budget cut affect the wildfires that is going on right now? She said, I'm confident that it did not. Confident? It's been 48 hours. What do you mean you're confident it did not? Like, I need an investigation done. Like, how do you know? How do you know? And this really hits home, even though I'm in Northern California. The city of Oakland, in which I reside, has done the same thing. Yep. Cut the budget for the fire departments, y'all. And they closed down a couple of stations, and they plan on closing more next month. The fire chief of Oakland said that there is a great amount of impact with the stations closing, but his department's job is to lessen the impact to them. He also said because it's foggy and it's not the season for wildfires, that they felt like it was a good decision pretty much. I'm praying for LA. I'm praying for all cities in California, because if this is how we distribute the budget, we cut the fire department when this happens to cities all over the state every year, that is scary, especially with them trying to justify it. Like,
interesting. Makes you wonder coincidentally that all these multi-million-dollar homes are going under fire. What are they trying to do here? So the lower class, obviously, we pay rent because we're forced to. The middle class also pays rent because they're forced to. And now the upper class, are they also going to pay rent because they are forced to? It's interesting how things unfold, how things are lining up. Floods, tsunamis, natural disasters. Makes you think, is this all planned? 2030, you don't own anything. You're just part of the system, part of the rat race, part of the control AI narrative that they want us to believe, everybody just becoming a bot. Really makes you think.
You can't blame nature for human incompetence. We continuously allow dangerously inept people to make decisions for us, tell us what we need to do against what we know is right, and these are the results. And to be quite honest, incompetence is probably the word they prefer, because intentional is not the word that they want us to use. The mayor of LA cut $20 million in fire control and fire funding. Insurance companies canceled homeowner fire insurance policies weeks ago in the areas that are being affected. LA fire hydrants have no water. The current administration banned controlled burns. The fire chief department was hired as a DEI expert, not because of his expertise. Oh, and the mayor of LA on a luxury vacation in Africa. Right now, the threat to the area are the wildfires and the winds, and I'm praying for the people and the animals, for their health, for their safety. But long term, the existential threat to our whole country is the lack of leadership that, for some reason, people keep electing in. Please, open your eyes.
I want to sound the alarm on things right now and make everyone aware here in the Los Angeles area that this situation is going to get a lot darker than it already is. And I'm talking about with insurance companies. And this is going to affect everyone nationwide more than likely. But there are going to be so many claims. There's so much damage. And it's not just houses. It's like infrastructure, roads, like everything. There is just so much damage. And damage to super expensive areas. Damage to the PCH, where it's really hard to even build anything there. It's just so extensive, and it's still going. the Palisades fire is heading towards the 405 and that way. And it's burning down the mountain towards the valley. So we're not out of this, and we're expecting more high winds in the coming days. The insurance companies are going to be inundated with claims. I know people within the industry, I've talked to them, and it sounds like what's likely going to happen is they're going to go bankrupt over this. The insurance companies are going to just be inundated with so many claims, they're not going to be able to afford it, and they will go bankrupt. And then this could potentially cause a recession. This is my fear, and we all need to be aware of this, and the federal government needs to step in. I'm hearing of people having their FEMA claims denied, and they're telling them to reapply. Like, why is that happening? Are they out of money? Like, what's going on? Like, this is serious. This is a serious national matter and global economy matter. These fires could potentially trigger the recession. So keep posted. I'm going to keep an eye on this. If I hear more, I'll let you know and give you the 411.
There's a lot of false information spreading around right now about the Los Angeles wildfires, but as someone actually here in California watching it all unfold, here are the facts you need to know. First of all, there isn't just 2 fires. There are now 3 significant fires. One in Pacific Palisades, which is near Santa Monica and Malibu, one in Sylmar, northwest of Burbank, and one in Altanita, which is north of Pasadena. Second of all, these fires are not Governor Gavin Newsom's fault. They're not Mayor Karen Bass's fault. A lot of people online and in the mainstream media, including Los Angeles billionaire Rick Caruso, are shamefully using this opportunity as a political moment to try and attack whoever is in charge. But the reality is the city and the state were watching this storm as it was forecasted, and the city did prepare for the moment, knowing that these conditions would be the perfect storm for a very unpredictable fire situation. I'm talking about the combination of tons of rain last year, which created a lot of greenery, followed by no rain this year, and now these intense 100-mile-per-hour gusts of wind, which have allowed a super dry fire vent to jump. And the fire can move in many different directions. But the city, county, and state all appear to be coordinated in their effort, even if resources are stretched thin right now. This fire is going to take several days to contain. Yes, it'll probably take more than 24 hours as the winds continue to go on. They're going to have to wait until these winds start to decline to get the fire under control. So everybody just be patient, stay up to date with what the fire department is saying and what the city is telling you to do, and don't listen to any of that false information online.
I'm sure all of you have seen the fires that have been happening in California, where literally the whole of Los Angeles is literally on fire. And you know what I find so crazy about these natural disasters, yeah? Is that everything you've built up your entire life, every single thing can disappear in a blink of an eye. All that hard work, all that grind you put into whatever you were doing, your house, your belongings, your possessions, everything, all turn into ash, just like that. All ripped apart in a tornado, all swallowed up by the sea, by the ocean, by a tsunami. And this should just remind us as humans that we're powerless. As much as we like to feel powerful, that we can create these amazing things and do this, these robots and AI and this and all of these crazy things, it can get taken away by nature just like that. And so, what does a man gain if he profits the entire world? He gains the entire world, but forfeits his soul. The things of this earth will come to an end. They can be destroyed like that. So yes, build up your wealth. No one is saying be broke. Work hard so that you can build a good house, etc. But don't let wealth deceive you to the point you've worked so hard for it and you're just forever chasing it, and in that process forfeiting your soul. Remember, everything on this earth is temporary, but God is eternal. Focus on the eternal, and what is temporary will be given to you. Focus on the temporary, and what is eternal will be taken away from you. Reality.
When you look at the footage of LA before and after the fire, they look totally different. To see all that property that was there and it's not there anymore, that's burnt to a crisp, it looks like an end of days movie. You have satellite images that show neighborhoods that's burnt to a crisp. But what's even stranger to me is the power of that fire. That fire went from the Palisades to the Hollywood Hills. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Another strange fact, they didn't have enough water what we need as a necessity. They didn't have enough water to continue putting out these flames. And they're saying that this is one of the worst, most destructive fires to ever hit Los Angeles. The question I need to know is how did it start? How did it last that long? How did it jump from county to county? And to top everything off, this just might be one of the most expensive fires ever. And when I say expensive, look at all the property that's burned. Look at all of the expensive property that's burned. Look at all the millionaire homes that's burned. Celebrity homes. And when I say celebrities, I mean celebrities. From Paris Hilton to Dr. Dre to Adam Sandler. There's a lot going on here. Pay attention.
I cannot believe I'm about to say this, but we just lost our house in the Palisades fire. Everything is gone. My mom had just enough time to pick up her dogs, her purse, and get out. There was no time to evacuate. Everything is gone. My childhood photos, my yearbooks, my everything, my toys I was going to give my kids. Every sentimental thing went up. And my mom,
photos, everything.
She had no time to grab anything, okay? Like, it came so fast. Like, this is why people were abandoning their cars in the middle of the road, because the flames were moving so fast. There wasn't any time. And so I can't believe it. Everything is gone. My whole hometown is gone. My childhood home is gone. And thank God my mom is alive and she's okay. She's here with me. But it's just, we lost everything material value. This is how it feels to lose absolutely everything. It is a feeling I would never wish upon my worst enemy. I just can't believe it. My best friend started a GoFundMe if you want to help out. I will link it down below, but I have no words. I feel like this is a nightmare and I just want to wake up.
Crying. Well, I kept saying I wanted to declutter, and the universe was like, "Oh, you want to declutter? Let me help you out with that. Let me give you the ultimate cleanse, the ultimate decluttering." Well, people, my house is gone. It's gone. It burnt down last night. I was preparing for the worst because I'm on a text group with my beautiful neighbors in Altadena, and we were seeing videos coming in from my neighbors' cameras showing the fire encroaching. So, yeah, me and about, I'm going to say 7 or 8 of our neighbors lost our houses last night. So I lost pretty much, me and Nina lost everything we owned except for what is in our suitcases that we brought to Canada for Star Trek. And yeah, we lost all those memories. You know, it's been a sad time, but also I feel blessed at the end of the day. I do feel blessed. I have somewhere else to stay. I've got this beautiful property in Costa Rica that we literally just furnished yesterday. It's like the fucking universe was like, you know what? You're going to stay where you are for a bit. I really feel like, I kept saying to Nina, I want to go back to LA for a couple of weeks. I want to go back to our home. I miss our home. I want to go back for a couple of weeks. And Nina kept saying, I don't think it's safe to be back in America right now. And I was like, but let's just go to our house. Our neighbors are wonderful. Let's just go back and just... And she kept saying, it's not safe. And it's not safe to be in America. And then we saw news of Meta fucking deciding to take away protection against hate speech on their platforms. And America basically descending into a fascist state. And I thought, well, maybe she's right. And then our house burnt down. It feels like the universe is sending us a message like, bitch, stay the fuck where you are. You don't need to be in America right now. I really feel that. I feel sad. We've lost our beautiful home and all the memories created there. And my memorabilia. It's not even about the house. It's, I had all my flyers and posters from my very first shows back in 95 to present day. All my Bob Hart's Abishola memory. It's all that stuff that I'm upset about. Not so much the house. The insurance will pay out eventually, or maybe not, because they're going to try and stop. You know, the insurance companies, they're all fucking criminals. They're going to try not to pay out. But eventually we'll rebuild that house, but it's all the other stuff that can't be replaced. But we're safe, people. Me, the ninja, the pups, we're safe. We feel blessed. We're safe. We can shelter elsewhere. I'll be in Canada anyway, filming Star Trek, so we have somewhere to live. But our house is ashes. And I feel like it's indicative of what's happening in America right now. I feel like my dead grandma, if you guys read my book, you know what I'm talking about. My dead grandma and the universe are kind of protecting us against what is happening in America right now. And basically, but you know, all my friends from London called on WhatsApp. I did a big group call, and I was overwhelmed by the love outpouring from my friends and all of you guys on Instagram and Facebook. I'm overwhelmed by all the love that's coming at me, and I'm grateful for you guys. I appreciate you guys, and yeah, here's to a new chapter, because this is basically a new chapter. We're gonna have to start again from scratch. Everything we owned was in that house. Everything. If you guys see me wearing the same jeans or the same 5 t-shirts for the next 6 months, don't say shit to me.